Belinda presents this unabridged recording of The Two, written by Will Carver and read by Richard Aspel and Nicki Paull. The dedication reads, "For my brother who said, 'Why don't you just write a supernatural thriller?' Prologue. I've come to know my mother a lot better over the last year, since she died. We're much closer now. She'd seen things before that terrible spring of '85. Her journals tell me that much. It wasn't until the day before my sister Cathy was taken, that cloudless spring day I trustingly left her outside on her own, the day all our lives began to wither and change into something altogether darker and broken. It wasn't until the last day our family was happy that my mother saw him, the one she refers to in her journals as the Fat Man. The vision that would haunt her, the nightmare that held all the answers but which nobody believed. Now I believe. Now I understand. With my mother gone, he is the only person who can help find my sister. But in my nightmares or visions or intuitions or whatever these things are, I am yet to see him. I haven't seen anybody since Audrey, my wife, my pregnant wife, left. I stayed with her while she recovered from the ordeal with Ames, but knowing she had been with him, that she had slept with the man that killed all of those people, that his child, not mine, was growing inside her, and that she was going to keep it, there was no choice but to part. She betrayed me with the villain I arrested, and now she has disappeared to I don't know where. I do not care. Ploughing through the diarised moments of my dead mother's life is part of my routine now. The piles of handwritten notepads occupy the space that was once Audrey's home office. I spend most of my time in that room when I'm home, tricking my mind into believing the house is much smaller than it really is, cutting myself off from the reality of the dwarfing world outside. So far, I have learned nothing significant about the similarities between our abilities, the gift or curse I seem to share with my mother. The volumes from 84 to 87 are merely a chronicle of the steady decomposition of Mother's mind and the irrepressible growth of her irrational desperation. They chronicle the breakdown of our family following Cathy's abduction. My father's withdrawal and resignation was proportional to Mother's apparent madness, and both my parents' neglect of me. The height of her hopelessness came a year later than these entries, when she turned to the Lord. 3rd of March, '88. No visions last night, either. Can't take this. Lit a candle for Cathy's safe return. Prayed to God or whoever will listen. Where are you, fat man? Tell me where my girl is. Why do you no longer visit me? Who will help us? Now I am closer to my mother. It hurts to read her sounding so delusional. Not in regard to her visions of this fat man, but because she'd lost so much hope, so much confidence in herself, that her only option seemed to be entrusting her faith to an idol she had long since forgotten. The moment she passed on her fear to this higher power was the moment she gave up on my sister. The moment she stopped fighting. And I refused to do that. In the space of 1 year, I have lost a father I hardly knew, a mother I didn't want to know, and a wife I wish I'd never met. Once again, I'm alone. There is no one. Only Cathy. And there certainly is no God. Letha, June 2009.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?